guys, it's Joel. Buongiorno and welcome to Italy. This morning we have woken up in the beautiful Lake Como. I'm sure you can see, well, it's not a lake, but there's some nice hills behind me, as well as the 5 cars. We are all still here, just about. And today the plan is to head over to Modena, or Maranello, or wherever all the factories are in Italy. Basically a 3-hour drive south from here. And I think we're going to do a little bit of a walk around some of the factories. I think Pagani's on the list, I think Lamborghini's on the list, and Ferrari's on the list. Now, I don't think I'm going to be doing all of them, probably not Ferrari, but I don't know. We're going to convoy over to there anyway and see where the day takes us. So, not much of a plan really for today, but as always, I will film everything we get up to, and I hope you enjoy.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Hello. Oh, your diesel sounds lovely. What are you packing in this?
V8.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was a V10, mate. Give it a little rev. Naughty.
I'm in
What
the
about you,
passenger
though?
seat today.
Yeah.
Hello. Are you looking forward to the drive? Good.
Sun's out.
It is a beautiful day, isn't it?
Beautiful.
It's probably the nicest weather we have had.
We went through a storm last night as well.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I didn't say, guys, but yeah, it was atrocious.
Yeah,
it was
we
like
can feel
lightning
the rain
everywhere.
on the car, but
Yep.
2
Good old
hours
Italy.
to Modena, haven't we?
Yes.
Fairly short drive compared to the others.
It's going to be good.
So here we are then, back in the 35IS. We're cruising through the town of Como, obviously near the Lake of Como, as I mentioned just a minute ago. It's kind of interesting now we're in Italy. The driving gets a little bit more difficult. You've got to keep your eyes peeled for people like this Chevrolet Spark who are not indicating. It's all a little bit mad. Lanes don't really mean anything. Speed limits definitely don't mean anything. And yeah, we're trying to keep up with the convoy, so we can still see the Golf R. Luckily, with that being a crazy green, it's kind of hard to lose it. A couple of hours now then over to Maranello, and I'll film some bits and bobs along the way of the journey so you guys can see what fun we get up to on the roads. Ladies and gents, we have now arrived in Maranello, the home of Ferrari. Behind me is the Ferrari Museum, which you can pay to enter. The whole squad are actually heading in there now. I am not, however, for 2 reasons. One, because I want to jump in the Z4, put a GoPro on my head and do a sort of POV spotting vlog, I suppose, around Maranello. I've never done one before, but I feel like this would be a cool place to do it. And see what we can see driving around. But the main reason I'm not going in there is because I've actually been in there before. Back when I was working with Sam at Seen Through Glass, we came here to pick up that Ferrari 488 GTB. You may have seen some of his videos. We picked it up from the factory just down the road and drove that back to the UK. But anyway, it means I've been in there, and I've also done a factory tour, which was I was extremely lucky to do it. So that's the reason I'm not going in there with the others. But later on, I think I'm interested in definitely seeing the Pagani Factory at least, if not the Lamborghini one as well, because I've never been to either of those. Anyway, I'll stop talking now. We'll jump back in the Z4, even though I've been in it all day, and I'm going to drive around to GoPro on my head. We'll see what we see.
Just like my car, of course, you can hold the unlock button here and put the roof down as standard on these 35ISs or the E89 Z4. Pretty sure it's a normal feature for all of them. It takes a little bit longer than the soft top though, I have to say. But yeah, let's get that roof down as it is not raining. Yeah, only convertible here, this 35IS. The cars do look fantastic together. But anyway, let's jump in here. Let me put a GoPro on my head. And let's do it.
So, you can hear that. That is a V10 F1 car going around Fiorano. Fiorano is Ferrari's own test track here at Maranello, but it's literally vibrating off all of the buildings here. It sounds unbelievable. For those of you that are interested, this is how I get the shot that you're about to see from my head. If I take my sunglasses off, which I've just replaced my sunglasses, by the way. I lost them yesterday. If you saw yesterday's video, you'll know what I'm on about. I've got a hat. I look tremendously dumb, but this hat goes on here, like this, and the GoPro just literally clips on to here. Simple as that, really. And then I basically pan it down as much as possible so you guys can see as much as what of what I can see as well. So this is what you're going to be looking at. But yeah, I do look ridiculous doing it. Anyway, the next shot you see will be from my head. Right then, so now I look ridiculous and I've got the GoPro on my head. Let's pop the engine on. Am I doing something wrong here? Ah, yes, I've got the key in my hand. That's the first issue. Let's put that there. That goes in. Foot on the brake. Hold this. Bang. So I'm just going to adjust my seating position. I've got the memory seat function. Get nice and comfortable. Make sure I can see where I'm going. That's nice and important. I'm going to put these windows up just for sound, and also because I'm quite self-conscious about how I look. And this way, because his tints are so dark, I'll have a bit more privacy. So let's get going. We're just going to drive around basically and see what we can see. We're going to D normal mode for this. Don't need too much sporty stuff. And firstly, oh yeah, parking brake off. Press that one. Yep, we're done. Right, so let's see how we get out of here. And let's go for a little drive. Look, there's the cars. There's the Golf R, the Abarth 595, the 320D, the M2. Awesome. M2 is definitely my favourite. Looks just unbelievable. So out we go from this car park. It is quite funny. Obviously, I'm doing a POV spotting vlog. However, I'm getting looked at quite a lot as well because I'm obviously driving this. I need to get on the right side of the road. So straight ahead, obviously, you can see a 458 Speciale. Don't know if I can go left here though, you know. Yeah, I think I can. 458 Speciale there. This is like a little rental place in Maranello. Sam was telling me actually last time, there's lots of these places you can rent a Ferrari. There's a Huracan Performante, Portofino's in there as well. And a really nice 355 sitting out the front. That's my sort of fave. You can rent these cars. I don't think they're in particularly good nick, but you can, yeah, you can rent them for quite a cheap price, I think. So I'm gonna go straight across here. Let's go. Seen a couple of sort of 488 pistas coming out from this road, so potentially we'll see something. I'm going to put it into manual just for a little bit more fun. Paddles on this car are interesting actually. You have to shift down by pushing away. You can't actually shift by pulling that one. So that is the backside of the Ferrari factory. That's where all the production line is in there. Something you sadly can't just go in and see as your everyday tourist. And where I'm about to come out now, you might be able to catch a glimpse of it. This is the entrance to the Ferrari factory. Fiorano is also behind those walls. That's again where I went and picked up that 488 Pista. Was it? No, it wasn't a Pista. That's where I picked up that 488 GTB with Sam about a year ago, or a couple of years ago almost now. Was just in there, but you'll be able to catch a better glimpse of that once we get moving. And then I think I'm going to go, I don't know where I'm going out of here. We shall decide shortly. Big Ferrari bus. It's an exciting pod vlog so far, isn't it? And we've got another red light. Brilliant. Everyone's looking at me because I've got a funny camera on my head. So we haven't seen anything yet. I'm going to go round this roundabout and come straight back down here, past obviously the Ferrari gates, and perhaps we'll see anything. I'm enjoying listening to this Z4 though on the downshifts. It does sound great. It's hard to see over this bonnet though. Oh, almost getting T-boned there by a car. Cool. Back this way. This is the entrance to the Ferrari factory, right there. And I'm just getting stared at now. Quick update. I've been sitting here for a little while now, waiting for something to go around the track, but nothing. So I'm gonna move on and head back into Fiorano or Maranello now, see if we can see anything. Okay, we've just cruised back past the factory entrance. Still haven't seen anything. Literally, I thought this would be a good idea as I was pulling into Maranello because there was so much on the road to see. But ever since I've switched the camera on, it's just been dead. Right, I'm gonna try going right down here because I know there is a rental place down this road, so you'll at least see some Ferraris. Don't know where this Audi thinks he's going. I'm now blocking a crossing. Okay. So, Ferrari California in a 430 Scud there, and also a 458, very nice. Sadly though, they are just, like I say, the rental ones, so they're not really, I guess, proper Ferraris. Got a cheeky M4 coming past us there. And we are now here, going past the factory again, where I started. You can see the Golf R, the Abarth, 320 in the M2. Don't know if the others have been in the museum yet, but I'm gonna keep driving. So frustrating. I literally, I saw so many cars on the way in. There's obviously another rental place here with a Performante 488, another 488, another 488, another Hurricane Spider, another 458, California, and a 458. Ah, this is rubbish. As nice as those cars are, I want to see something on the road. Well, at least we can play with this car while we wait. Well, sadly guys, it doesn't look like it is my lucky day. I think I'm just gonna park back up with the rest of the cars, and maybe I'll stand outside with a camera instead and just wait for something to turn up. But yeah, otherwise there's one last look at the 355 there, and a couple of other bits just tucked away. But yeah, I've had quite enough of walking around or driving around and having people staring at me just for now. So cheeky RS3 parked here, and of course all the cars, and even better, looks like there's a space next to the M2, so we're going to slot it in just there. Well everyone, that was a bit of a fail. Yeah, I thought I would do that GoPro POV thing to drive around because there were so many cars going around. However, as soon as I obviously got in the car and went to do it, there was nothing. Also, there was that F1 car that I could hear standing right here going around Fiorano, but when we had a look, obviously there was nothing going around at all. So I've just stopped to have a little nibble on my matching Pringles to the car and sort of just stand here and see if anything goes past, because the others are still in the museum looking around and I'm out here on my own. So I'm just gonna eat some Pringles and see if anything goes past. I'll probably leave the camera running for a little bit to see if you can see anything as well, but so far no good. It is 1:15 here, so the Italians do like their lunch, so potentially there's not much going on right now because everyone is dining. Yeah, sorry about that. I feel like I've failed a little bit, but the rest of today should be interesting because we're heading over to Pagani and Lamborghini as well, so fingers crossed things get a little bit better later on. Oh, we've got a GTC4 Lusso. See that? That one still had wrapping on the seat, so I'd imagine that is like brand new. That looks nice. I don't think I've seen one of those in red, you know. That looks really good. So whilst I've been standing here waiting for the others, the other thing I've noticed that is really interesting is how much attention our cars are getting. Now, maybe I'm spoiled, but in my mind, this isn't the most incredible line of cars, given the fact that we are now standing in Maranello, which is the home of Ferrari, which Ferraris are exotic cars, they're rare cars, you don't see them often. But yeah, the amount of attention that not just only on the road these cars have been getting, but actually in this car park, people have been coming up to me in the sort of 20 minutes I've been standing here, asking me about the cars. Someone said they loved the Golf R, someone said they loved the M2, and someone also said they loved the 35IS. So they're getting tons of attention. I think it's really interesting because you wouldn't expect necessarily for them to attract that much of a crowd, so to speak. But yeah, I'm going to wait for the others, and I'm going to let them know as well that other people have been checking out the cars. I think they'll like that. How was it? My pod vlog was a complete fail.
Was it?
Yeah, I literally, so I saw like,
We were standing out there a minute ago and there was like 6-7 Portofinos went past, Pista, like a blue customer Pista with like no bumper, went past.
On the back of a trailer.
no, it was driving, but had no rear bumper. So that all happened, got in the car, put the thing on, didn't see a single thing.
Typical.
So, yeah. There we go. But in the time I've just been waiting there, those people have been coming up to the cars and taking photos and stuff, getting selfies with them. Someone's like, I love the Golf R. I'm like, he's got a YouTube channel. And
I've
then
already gave us some.
There was also a vote for the M2 and a vote for the Z4 as well.
right, well, we are now going for lunch, so I'm gonna hopefully put the roof up with the key because there's lots of camera equipment in there, so probably don't want that all getting broken into. Oh, it's not working though. Maybe I'll unlock it and then I hold it. That'll work. It's not working, is it? I'm gonna have to get in the car and do it. So that's lunch done. Quite the place to have lunch. We're at the sort of official Ferrari cafe. Pretty nice pizza and 458 Speciale just sitting by our table there. Anyway, we are now going to head over to our accommodation for this evening, check in, and potentially head over to another Ferrari museum this afternoon. I'm not too sure what we're going to do yet. By the way, guys, I hope you're enjoying these sort of travel road trip vlogs. Do comment below feedback and what you think, and make sure to give the video a like if you haven't already. But yeah, I'm going to jump back in the Z4 35AS with Ben now, and we're going to head a little bit more on the roads to our accommodation.
This sounds good actually when you zoom past us on the motorway.
Yeah, the DSG car.
It's a little.
What do you think of the colour in the sun?
I love the colour. Yeah. Do you know what? It really pops in. There's no point in me filming it though because it's just
Because it looks crap on camera.
different. And
If we have time, I'm going to do a feature with this car, hopefully, at some point.
Definitely.
That's all right with Luke as well.
Yeah, we'll do it when we're in Monaco.
And yeah, we can have a little look at the wrap in more detail, but you wait. Rightio, so we've just arrived at Pagani. Hopefully, we think we're in the right place. I'm quite excited for this one. I'm a massive fan of Pagani. I've always loved their cars since they first had the Zonda on Top Gear. It's always Top Gear for me. That's the way that I normally have been introduced to all of these cars, because I used to watch it when I was a lot younger. But anyway, yeah, I've always been a massive fan of that, the original Zonda, and now the Zonda F is probably my favourite Pagani. I've never been a massive fan of the Huayra, and I would probably choose a Zonda F over a Huayra, but obviously we're not going to say no to the opportunity to come and have a look at where they are made. So yeah, we're just going to try and get into there now, just under an hour before they close, so hopefully we can have a quick look around, and I think it's onwards to a Ferrari museum after this. So let's have a look inside Pagani. As you can see behind me and below me, there is a room full of Zondas in here. There's a Zonda R right there, Zonda Cinque Roadster, I have no idea how you pronounce it, Zonda F, another Zonda F, and a couple of Zonda S's over there. I think that one right in the corner is the one that famously has done over 1 million miles or something ridiculous. But yeah, this is pretty cool. As I was just saying to you on the way in, obviously the Zondas are my favourite Pagani, so to have this many in one room is quite special. I do still love the Zonda F. This one in orange in particular is just goals for me. One day.
Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long.
back into the Hulk.
So ladies and gents, we're arriving in the green shuttle to the Ferrari. building. Guys, I need to talk very quietly in here as there is just not much noise going on, so I don't want to disturb anyone. Behind me here, we've got a 250 California. Now, as far as I'm aware, these are crazy money. I think Chris Evans had one that went for like £25 million. I could be wrong. I know the 250 GTO is far more valuable than that, but I think the 250 California is worth, you know, serious millions. And they've just got one sitting here, so that's incredible to see. Now, as well as the 250 California, they do in fact have a 250 GTO just chilling there as well. Now that is serious money. I don't even know, but between like 30 and 60 million pounds or something like that. Unbelievable to just see one in the flesh. The building we're in as well is absolutely stunning. I don't know who designed this, but the architecture is fantastic. When you stand at the top, you get the impression that you're falling, and even here, it sort of goes down, but I don't know, it's very clever. Very, very clever indeed. Now, there's lots of incredible cars in here, such as the Daytona, this new, I think, SP1 in the corner. We'll get to that. But I absolutely love these, the Ferrari 456. Now, you can actually pick these up in the UK now on the used market for about 45-50 grand. It's honestly one of the cheapest Ferraris out there at the moment, and I think it's one that's set up to go massively up in value, as it's a 4-seat manual V12 naturally aspirated Ferrari. I think honestly they're going to be worth serious money in the future once people realise how rare they are. I genuinely, if I had 50 grand sitting in a bank account and a garage, I'd buy one of these for an investment standpoint. And I'd also drive it as well, because I really, really love the way these things look. And again, one other car that doesn't draw most people's attention, but certainly draws mine, is the Ferrari 612 Scalietti. Now, I only like this car, again, for the same reason that I've mentioned for many other cars. There was a Top Gear episode where Jeremy Clarkson raced Hammond and May. I think they went by plane, and Jeremy had a 612 Scalietti, and they had to race to Oslo in Norway from the United Kingdom. And they had a blue one of these on that show, and I loved it ever since. I think from the back in particular, the 612 just looks brilliant. It's just got such a smooth backside, and I think it doesn't look like many other Ferraris. Again, I know it's one that isn't very popular and most people actually dislike. I just love it, I really, really do. And again, I think under £100,000 for one of these in the UK, as they're not that desirable. If I had a bit of money kicking around, I'd probably invest in one of these as well. Now, there is one special car over in this corner which is drawing all of the photographers and videographers that are with me on this road trip. I'm not actually sure what it is, and I really don't like the look of it. So I've been informed by everyone else on this trip that this, in fact, is very special. It is the Ferrari SP1. I think it was unveiled around 5 months ago. Very rare, obviously, not going to make any of these, really. But yeah, if I'm to walk around it, at least from the front and from the sides, I don't really see it, to be honest. Looks like a Sterling Moss. I get it's a pretty mad looking car, but from a sort of cosmetic perspective, I'm not really into it. But actually at the back it looks a lot better. But I wouldn't say no if I won it in the lottery, but it's not my favourite. So I have just jumped out of Luke's Golf R. It does look so cool. Luke has been giving me a lift to the Pagani Factory and then the Ferrari Museum just now that you will have seen. Not quite sure how this video has panned out, if it's all going to be one really long one, or if in fact I'm ending a second or first video of a series. I'm not too sure, but anyway, I hope you have found it interesting to watch. Leave a comment below on your thoughts and make sure to give the video a thumbs up as well. But until next time guys, I will see you very, very soon.